What's going on guys, Cosmic Collector here, and in today's video, we'll be unboxing the Banpresto Vibration Stars Kite statue. As you guys might already know, Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite series of all time, so I'm really excited to add a Kite figure to my collection. I have several Hunter x Hunter figures, and you can find the reviews to all of those here on the channel, and we'll do a size comparison later in the video as well. Popping up on the screen now are some of the statues I have in hand and will be reviewing here on the channel, as well as some others not shown. So if there's a certain video that you'd like to see first, just let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to make that video next. If you're in the market for a new mousepad or desk mat, head over to Swipe. You can use code COSMIC at checkout for 10% off your entire order, and that'll directly support the channel. So I'll have them linked down in the description below if you want to check them out. Here's a quick look at the bottom of the box. And here's the top. Now let's go and jump into the unboxing. Alright, now let's go and assemble the figure. First, we'll start by attaching his legs to his torso. You want to be careful with his hair, so you don't break any of the strands. You just want to keep pushing those pieces together until there's no gap. Next, we can go and attach his legs to the base. Even though these are so large and noticeable, I still prefer the leg stands to the oval black bases. Alright, so that took me way longer than it should have to figure out. So the base will attach to his front leg. I was a little scared to put too much force onto it, but once you have the foot and leg lined up with the base, you'll just want to push until it pops into place. Next, let's go and attach the arm. It should just slot in underneath his hair. The arm's actually quite difficult to attach since his hair's in the way, so it might be easier to attach his arm first and then the legs. Alright, that should be good enough, so let's go to attach him back to his legs. Lastly, we can go ahead and slide crazy slots into his hand. kind of clipped it into place by pushing the handle underneath his fingers. But the head does pop off, so I guess you can slide it into his hand instead. And that'll probably be safer so you don't break his fingers. I did slightly scrape the handle when adjusting the position, so that is something to keep in mind when you're equipping the weapon. But now that we got everything fully assembled, let's go and take a closer look. Overall, this is an incredible Vibration Stars figure. This line never seems to disappoint, and they did a great job bringing Kite to life. I love the pose and design, and the sculpt and paint came out great. They perfectly captured Kite's slender build, and it's highlighted well with this wide action stance. Kite is in a dashing pose, and he already has his Crazy Slots mace summoned and ready to launch an attack. We actually only see Kite roll slot number 3 once in the series, and it's when he's facing off against P2. This was actually after he already lost his arm, so the statue isn't designed based off any scene in particular. But with that being said, I guess you could remove his back arm for a more lore accurate Kite. They did a great job sculpting Kite's clothing. They accurately captured the various creases and folds throughout his clothes, especially around the bends of his joints. And I really like how his pants bunch up around his boots, and his sweater looks great as well. I love how dynamic Kite's hair looks, and how it's seemingly flowing behind him with the force of his dash. The Crazy Slots mace came out great as well, and they perfectly captured all of the details in its design. As I mentioned during the assembly, I did scrape a tiny bit of the paint of the handle when inserting it into Kite's hand, so that is something to be wary of. It's not really noticeable from the front how I have it angled, so it's not too big of a deal, but that's something to keep in mind. Lastly, they absolutely nailed the face and head sculpt and perfectly captured Kite's likeness and serious expression. His hat looks great, and they even included some hair coming down across his face. I love the design of Kite's eyes, and they even included some shading around them to portray the shadow being cast from the brim of his hat. And depending on how you display the figure, you can either have the bottoms of his eyes peering through his hat, or if you display it more from the side angle, you can have just one eye locked in, really emphasizing the intensity behind his attack. Overall, this is an amazing Kite statue, and I'm really happy to add it to the collection. Alright, now for the size of the figure. The top of the mace will be the highest point, and the statue stands just under 6.5 inches, or about 16 centimeters. For size comparison, here it is next to a Funko Pop, and here it is next to a Funko Out of Box. Here it is next to the Pop-Up Parade Gon. As well as the Vibration Stars Chimera Ant Arc Gon. Here it is next to the Vibration Stars Killua. As well as the Pop-Up Parade Godspeed Killua. And lastly, here it is next to the Pop-Up Parade Netero. Overall, this is an incredible Hunter x Hunter figure, and I highly recommend picking it up. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite Nen constructed weapon is in Hunter x Hunter. Mine would have to be Caught Up Because Chains, but I really do like Crazy Slots a lot. And since you made it this far into the video, go and check out one of the two popping up on the screen now. The one on the left is a video that YouTube's recommending just for you, and the one on the right is a video that I recommended. And until next time, God bless.